As a kid, if you were lucky to have a close group of friends, you dreaded them seeing you with someone else. It always bothered me that the friendship code had this unspoken rule, even if they didn't mention it. You had to guess if your friends were bothered, but resentment showed on their face, or maybe their chest, but hopefully not their hair. During a sad time in my life, I realized that everyone, like me, has something incredibly valuable: their life. I know my own life because I live it, but I became interested in briefly seeing what others live for. No matter how much my friends judged me for being with strange company, I always told them,
You're my friends. I'm just having fun, not trying to replace you. You have to understand, like an old book on my shelf, smelly, worn out, pages stuck together, but still dear to me. I'll read you my whole life. Cookie?
well, you're a rascal. For the record, I've never been the one to drop by another group briefly. Usually it was by chance. I was invited often by people I hardly knew, and I accepted. That's why I didn't feel guilty for suddenly leaving their lives. That was the basis of my plan. And let's begin with the oddest group entry ever, Gopniki. It's as wild as it sounds, especially since some people there had recently given me a hard time. But to be honest, I just didn't know where I was going. I was as judgmentally detached as possible from everything they were doing. And I usually stayed close to the more or less reasonable guy who had invited me.
What the hell?
This group had a remarkable set of traits: aggression, dominance, a large number of members, a love for sports, and funny nicknames. By the way, after laughing at one of those nicknames on the very first day, I almost got into trouble. Apparently, the guy was really proud of it. I don't even remember what it was. Beep, beepka, pupa, pupochek. Seriously, what's your problem? Knowing the nicknames alone lets you guess each person's role in the group. If someone was called Kuvalda, he was clearly an authority. Next in rank could be Cherep, Kripley, Zamorish, Podliva, and Gennady Petrovich, if permitted. Their movement was based on building the neighborhood's reputation to earn fear and respect. Well, you know, it's that situation when you say you're from that very neighborhood, and everyone who hears it goes, oh.
Oh my god, please don't touch me after tying me up in different places. Covered in oil with rose petals everywhere, come on. Lavender-scented candles, champagne, and sparkling wine. One bottle is never enough, and you know it, you fiends. But I won't run away from problems. Just get started already.
And if before I thought that they had some kind of close connection with their fellow members all over the city, it turned out not only is that not the case, but they often feud with each other. That's why when people ask, what neighborhood are you from? The answer actually reveals a lot of important information. Are you from a rival territory? Is it risky to challenge you? Who might you know? And will anyone defend you if pressured? I'm actually from a village. It's one thing to watch some fights between equal sides there, where there was at least some kind of meaning. That was interesting, but this is nonsense. So even considering that I could have gotten beaten up for him in someone else's company, I still tried to gently smooth out their behavior towards random guys. And I understand why it didn't work and looked stupid. But how else could it be? And I even once tried to secretly comfort a guy who was unfairly treated.
Boo.
Did I scare you? Don't worry, I'm a friend. Look me in the eyes.
He cried even harder than before I approached him.
Can't you believe I might have been in that company by accident?
For a couple of days?
It's funny, despite all I've done in life, when they did something stupid, they ran away. I stayed because I knew that my high-level persuasion skills would help me explain why I wasn't involved. And I condemn everything they did, no matter what it was. And really, the fact that I ended up in their company was just a coincidence. Man, that's one.
2 times. I got punched in the face in exactly the same way.
I would have left after the first time, but I stayed to confirm I make bad excuses, even though there were some positive moments.
We played soccer.
Well, at least something reasonable. I told you, everyone here is a good guy. And also that you shouldn't look them in the eyes, and if they bite you, you should immediately get tested for rabies. I remember like that. Are you ready?
Let's go. Yeah, shut up already. And there were no more advantages.
I should have just stayed home and played War Thunder. This massive free online action game lets you try many vehicles from naval to aircraft, hold the front line in a tank, provide cover in a helicopter, or dive boldly in a fighter jet, all in a single battle. Hits are calculated realistically, so a lucky shot can tear off a plane's wings, a tank's tracks, or even a turret. Level up and use modern tech. Equip active protection, deploy drones, release smoke, activate thermal vision, or drop a nuclear bomb. With the Firebird update, War Thunder adds ray tracing, bringing more realistic shadows, lighting, and reflections. The stealth aircraft F-117 is now available, as well as the latest models F-15 and Su-34. Download War Thunder for free using the link in the description below. New and returning War Thunder players, inactive for 6+ months, get great bonuses, Lay 5 aircraft, and T-34 tank. For a week, get 100,000 Silver 3 premium vehicles and more. Hurry, the gift season ends soon.
Alright, my bad. I probably should have skipped this campaign. Yeah, well, can this really be serious? Well, there was also a decent campaign.
The Pryaniki are the kindest guys I've ever met. In their list of components, the Benefactor has 32 gigabytes of positivity. Love your neighbor, 2 sets of 10 reps, and do good while jumping. We were gathering, as I initially thought, in a long-abandoned, ownerless little house, but then it turned out that one of the guys actually lives here, and it's a residential house. A residential house. Carl, and you complain like, oh, my air conditioner isn't working well, it's not cooling my butt, help me.
He probably got nervous because of the new campaign. He'll calm down, just give him some time.
But in any case, staying in this house was quite a challenge for me. You probably thought I was embarrassed by the man's situation.
Yeah, I once drank from a puddle, so what could possibly embarrass me? The problem is something else.
After I saw where he lived, I didn't have the heart to refuse his invitation to visit, to play Dendy on a small square television just to support him. I guess, I don't know. While everyone enjoyed a dusty, cobweb-filled house, I, as a model allergy sufferer, struggled just to breathe. And considering that allergy pills back then cost as much as 3 game discs, it's no wonder I never bought them.
Well, here you go. I told you he'd relax.
Besides that, we walked far from the city, ran through the fields, sat in abandoned places, drank lemonade, talked about video games, and there was no alcohol. Looking at their always happy faces and their relationships, like in a Disney sitcom, I felt like Ursula disguised as a princess isn't sending each other off for no reason what friends do. For some reason, with them, there was no abundance of strong language, harsh teasing, drunken trips, showdowns, arguments, dangerous ideas, or a series of dumb jokes. In any case, it was nice to be in such company. They appreciated what they had and clearly valued it. But our views on most things, to put it mildly, rarely matched. In my mind, have fun just didn't add up. With the idea of volunteering for free to take care of animals in the petting zoo,
Taking care of them mostly means cleaning up poop. Come on, let's help our little brothers. Take the rabbits and birds, and here's a tick for you. You, sir, go pet the goat. She's stressed.
They told me there's plenty of cabbage here. How was I supposed to know that?
Well, that's it.
Don't you want to play tag?
I just don't know where. Yeah, let's go to the construction site.
Damn, it's like it should sound ominous, but why?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not a fan of injuries, but some risk makes things more interesting.
But it didn't. The construction at that place was almost finished and pretty safe.
Well, or maybe not very safe, because right before we left, when I said, catch up with me and let's finish already,
Well, I'm gonna catch you now. I'm fine.
got you. Lift up your shirt.
No, I'm fine.
I mean, yeah, you even got pixels showing. Let's just not play this game anymore. Yeah, guys, life isn't a fairy tale. It's mostly tough with some happy moments, not the reverse. If you have bad luck somewhere once, that's no reason to give up.
I don't get it. If none of us have any money, then how come there's a whole meat platter here?
And at that moment, the owner of the property showed up with a stick in his hand, and I have no idea what happened next. I was the first to run away, and they never invited me again. And that's all the companies. There were a couple more, just a couple, yeah, 2 in total, right?
Well, maybe a little more. I'm not a slut.
And that's all. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the subscribers.
I'm Boosty for the support. Damn, thank you so much. What else can I do? What should I do?